book review, and it is JiuJitsu by Eddie Ferrie, classical and modern, I say. This is old school traditional Japanese jiu-jitsu, which is always a minefield to navigate because there's so many different styles of Japanese jiu-jitsu. Some going way back, centuries and centuries. Others that people have thrown a couple of techniques together and given it a Japanese sounding name. So you never know exactly how in depth and how historically accurate anything is. In Britain, if you're after jiu-jitsu that works, I would suggest you look at Dave Turton and Trevor Roberts. That obviously coming from a traditional Japanese style of jiu-jitsu, obviously Brazilian jiu-jitsu works quite well. Otherwise, I wouldn't have nicked it from part of the syllabus. The problem with this book I have is their idea of how to take out multiple attackers at once, and all of their techniques to take people out just seem to go on and on and on. From a historical point of view, it's always worth getting these books. From a self-defense point of view, I think one of the things this type of stuff suffers from is the techniques are maybe a little bit too long-winded, maybe a little bit too complicated. Block here, twist the wrist, pull it over, come through here, bring it onto your other shoulder, come through, drive that. Oh, for fuck's sake, mate. Just crack the bastard across the chops and run like hell. It's not a difficult thing. It's not a bad book, but for me personally, for my reality-based self-defense library, it's not needed. Excuse me. If you completely disagree, if you are Eddie Ferrie, according to this, Eddie Ferrie has trained extensively in a variety of martial arts, including Taekwondo, Karate, Judo, and Japanese spelling of Jiu-Jitsu. He writes for The Guardian, The Daily Mail, fuck's sake, and British Judo magazine. He is the author of Fighting Fit, Taekwondo, and Judo for Self-Defense. Yeah. It's okay, but again, it's just the stuff that's just too long-winded. Some of it's okay, but like Jesus, I don't suggest trying to catch kicks, to be honest. If you've got a proper TIE fighter who, Jesus Christ, right, that is overly complicated and will not work. I think I've mentioned it before now. If you do the whole someone grabs you by the lapel and you do the wrist lock to twist their arm, they go, please sir, no! That's not the end. That's a transition. As soon as they bend over, bang, kick them in the face with your shin and get the fuck out of there. It's not an end in and of itself. Anyway, not a book you need for your self-defense library. If you completely disagree with me, please do comment. If you do agree with me, please do comment. If you know Mr. Ferrie himself, I'd love for all the authors of the book reviews to get in touch. Open up a dialogue. It's what the whole point of this channel is, that we get people talking about legitimate self-defense techniques. It's not one I'd recommend. You don't need it. If you can borrow a copy, from a mate or the library or something, then by all means do come up to your own conclusions about it. For me personally, I don't think it's relevant. I don't think it needs to be in a self-defense library. I've got it because I've got an extensive library of self-defense books, martial arts books, because I'm an idiot. I'll buy stuff that I know I'm not going to like. Just give stuff a chance. You should always give stuff a chance. I give stuff a chance and then I review it. If you don't like it, comment. If you do like it, comment. Till next time, train hard, train smart, stay safe.